This video comes to us from TikTok. The footage we're about to see revolves around a woman investigating noises in her basement. Most people know that experimenting with things they don't fully understand can be dangerous. Sometimes the consequences aren't immediate, and sometimes they're far worse than expected. A woman headed down to her basement to show her husband what she was dealing with. At first, they tried to explain it away. Old houses settle, wood shifts, humidity can cause strange noises, but the sounds kept happening. When she points her camera at the heavy wooden doors, she makes a chilling discovery. The building is supposed to be empty, completely sealed off.
So these are the steps that lead out. I don't know what that is.
Some viewers believe it could be a territorial entity attached to the house, using the basement as its focal point. Others argue it's just a reflection, an optical artifact, or some kind of glitch. Skeptics also point out that the building could simply have a secondary external seal not visible on camera. But the raw fear in her voice makes it hard to dismiss, whether it's a hoax or something truly unexplained. Let me know what you think in the comments. Our next entry takes us into an abandoned hospital wing. Working a night shift in the hospital is already known to be bad, but for this explorer, it's a whole different story. He'd been alerted to a disturbance somewhere in the building and decided to investigate alone, filming as he walked through the dimly lit hallway. The atmosphere feels heavy, almost tense, and the further he goes, the worse it gets. The camera shows an empty corridor, lights humming softly. Watch closely as a figure wrapped in blue suddenly breaks the silence, rushing down the dark hall.
어디였어요?
원래 병원에 계셨던 거세요?
네, 저 원래 몸이 안 좋아서. 근데 지금 상태 다 없어졌어요.
근데 어디 간 거예요?
저도 방금 깼어요. 원래 병원에 계셨어요? 네? 저기요!
Some viewers believe this could be a full-bodied apparition, specifically because of the speed and silence of the figure. Others argue it could simply be another hiker in the distance or even a staged hoax involving someone in a costume. Skeptics also point out the convenient lighting and camera angles that obscure the runner's face. Still, hospital staff have quietly shared stories for years. Unexplained footsteps in preparation rooms, doors opening where no one entered, and the heavy feeling of being watched when alone. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. This clip was uploaded to YouTube, documenting what seems like a simple pet toy resting on a hardwood floor. A family reached a point where they could no longer explain what was happening inside their home. Whispers when only one person was home. Objects shifting when no one was near them. Eventually, they installed cameras, hoping for answers. In this clip, a simple cat toy is resting on the floor. There's no wind, no slope, nothing around it. Watch what happens when the object begins sliding across the floor on its own, as if someone invisible had grabbed it and pulled.
The signs there aren't really out there to touch on, so what now? If you want to go.
The movement is smooth and deliberate, not a sudden jolt or vibration, which makes it even harder to explain away. Some believe repeated physical sounds like this suggest something trying to make itself known. Keep watching, because the entity wasn't finished playing just yet.
Okay. That just moved.
Some viewers believe an unseen entity is exerting force, moving objects, announcing its presence through sound. Others argue it's just a mechanical glitch or a hidden string pulling the toy from off camera. Skeptics also point out the camera is perfectly stationary, making a controlled stunt much easier. But those explanations don't account for the repeated disturbances reported by multiple people in the home. Whether it's a hoax or something truly unexplained, let me know what you think in the comments. Those were just the first 3 anomalies of the night. From sealed basement doors to shadow figures in hospital corridors, the evidence is mounting. If you're enjoying Pale Playback, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss an investigation. We release new evidence every single week. Now, steel yourselves, because the next clip might be the most disturbing one yet. The following video was recorded by a man who was home alone. The house was completely quiet as he moves from room to room, clearly on edge, but trying to laugh it off. The camera shows him entering the kitchen first, slowly panning around to prove everything looks normal. The lights are dim, nothing is broken, nothing out of place. There has to be a reason for this type. Drafts, old wiring, loose pipes. But what happens next shatters that logic entirely. Keep your eyes on the counter as the quiet is aggressively broken.
What the? Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Oh my god!
Out of nowhere, an object suddenly launches itself, clattering across the room. He panics instantly and sprints back, the camera shaking wildly. Some viewers believe a malicious poltergeist is at play, specifically because objects don't move away from a surface on their own unless something applies force. Others argue it's a staged prank utilizing fishing line in the dark. Skeptics also point out the low video quality hides any potential wires. Whether it's a hoax or something truly unexplained, let me know what you think in the comments. This terrifying footage places us right at the front door. Lean is standing just a few feet away from a door that won't stop being knocked on. The sound coming fast and aggressive, like something on the other side is desperate to get in. She didn't open the door and she didn't check outside. Instead, she listens, trusting her instinct that whatever called out wasn't human. Mimicking entities are known for doing exactly this. Copying voices of people you trust to lower your guard and pull you closer. Listen carefully to the sinister request caught on audio.
And this is why I can't call the cops, because when I go...
They don't need to show themselves right away. The voice alone is enough. Some viewers believe this could be a mimic scenario, something imitating human distress to draw someone outside. Others argue it's just a neighbor playing a cruel prank or an audio edit added in post-production. Skeptics also point out that the camera never shows the outside perimeter clearly during the voice. But the real question is this: if she had opened the door, what would have been standing there? Tell me your theories down in the comments. This clip was uploaded to TikTok by a user named Miguel. In the footage, there's a blurry figure that seems to be made of shadow. The curtains inside that flat were moving slowly, swaying back and forth, even though there was no wind, and every other window in the building was completely still. When he looks closely at the doorway in the footage, something appears, something that shouldn't be there. Watch the terrifying silhouette form against the fabric of the closed curtains.
Hey, ¿qué pedo? No mames, si ven eso.
Some viewers believe it could be a full-bodied apparition, specifically because the figure doesn't match the position of anyone in the house. Others argue it's just a reflection, an optical artifact, or a shadow cast by passing headlights outside. Skeptics also point out that the window layout easily allows for outside silhouettes. However, the camera shows an empty street below, deepening the mystery. Whether it's a hoax or something truly unexplained. Let me know what you think in the comments. We are halfway through the darkness, and the activity is only escalating. From objects launching themselves to shadow figures watching from behind curtains, the evidence is compelling. If you're seeking the truth, hit that subscribe button and remember to question everything you see. Up next, we venture into an empty office where the silence is broken by a playful, yet sinister, unseen force. The following video was recorded by a woman during what was supposed to be a normal evening. She's familiar with every hallway, every switch, every sound the building makes when it's settling at night, which is exactly why what started happening didn't sit right with her. The building is supposed to be empty, completely sealed off. As she steps into one of the rooms, the camera settles on a small toy sitting upright in the corner. Wait until you hear the sound of the instrument playing completely on its own.
Oh, hell no.
The melody isn't structured or familiar, just random keys being struck as if unseen fingers were testing the instrument. Some viewers believe this is an intelligent haunt, specifically because the toy shifts and plays without any mechanical cause. Others argue it's a battery malfunction or staged by a hidden coworker. Skeptics also point out that the office layout provides plenty of hiding spots. After capturing that, she said she no longer doubts something strange is tied to that room. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Andre, a young man living alone, explained that strange noises around his house were never something he really paid attention to until one night when things escalated fast. He was just getting a drink in his house when he felt a heavy presence. The camera shows the living room looking quiet and empty except for a large glass display case housing a terrifying doll. Often it's their cat reacting violently, freezing, bolting down hallways or staring into empty spaces as if something is moving just out of sight. Watch how the feline senses the entity before anyone else. Some viewers believe objects like this are sometimes referred to as spiritual vessels, items believed to attract, store, or interact with unseen forces. Specifically, the cat's intense reaction points to a shift in the room's energy. Others argue the cat was simply startled by a bug or a normal noise outside. Skeptics also point out that the doll itself does not visibly move in the footage, but seeing an animal panic next to a sealed display case is enough to make most people uneasy. See, to start, what do you think is hiding inside that building? Leave your comments below. That concludes our investigation for tonight. The night has a way of hiding details. Sometimes it takes a lens to reveal what we miss in real time, if not for security cameras, dash cams, and phones recording at the right moment. Some of these encounters would go completely unseen. The line between reality and the supernatural is often thinner than we'd like to admit. Whether these are clever hoaxes or glimpses into the unknown, I'll let you decide. Thanks for watching Pale Playback. Don't forget to comment your theories below.